welcome to the channel today, everybody. LevelMDiecast doing something super cool. We got ourselves a showcase going on today. We're going to talk about some oddball stuff, some unique stuff, some rare stuff, just some general weird kind of stuff we have here in the collection here at LevelM. Of course, you see this nice, super cool 1/43rd scale Kamaz 5410 back there, rocking the Pepsi color. We're going to get to that in a second, but I want to show something else, which is much, much cooler and much, much harder to find. This is an original 1995 Hot Wheels first edition poster. This does have the series cars and stuff like that on there. It does have treasure hunts and stuff. It's a little bit difficult and cumbersome to open and work with, but we're just going to kind of highlight some stuff here. We're going to kind of go over it. Of course, it does say first there on the top, and then on the other side it says finish first is what it says there. So taking a look at the models here. It does have all the treasure hunts, and I don't remember if the treasure hunts were changed from what shows on here for 95. I know that bug did come out. Looks pretty good. It's a pretty desirable one. The 63 window split coupe. I don't think that one actually ended up with the 95 treasure hunts, but I could be wrong. T-Bird there as well. A couple of new models here. You do have the Speed Saurus. This is a, kind of a meh model. Your Power Pistons, that is the prototype version. You can tell that's not the finished model. It does also sport cold mold two-piece wheels there, so definitely a different type of prototype. And then when your hydroplane was brand new, you see the cockpit is much different from what we ended up getting as a finished model. But it's kind of cool to see where it kind of started from. You can kind of tell looking at that mock-up, those are... it's hand painted, and those decals are hand laid on there. You can just tell by the fit and finish of them. Roar and Rod series. We'll take a look at the other side here in a second, but there is your off-roader. Basically, it's your Suzuki Samurai. Does sport some looks like prototype CT wheels on there. Looks like those are prototypes, not finished up. The Dark Riders series, the two-piece cold molds. This one, pretty much standard quo. I think all those came out. This is actually Pearl Driver series. That model did not come out in the Pearl Driver series, so we did not actually see that one in the Pearl Drivers series. Taking a look at the other side here. This is very, very interesting. So that is the McLaren, which is really supposed to be the McLaren, but that's supposed to be the F1 GTR. Now, it does show that it has opening doors. If you look at that, it looks pretty similar to the RLC one we just got. This model never actually came to fruition as the McLaren. Clearly, it never came out in 95 as a first edition. Hot Wheels did come out with this particular casting, though, many years later as a generic. It's a little bit different in the front, but the overall proportions are the exact same. So it looks like maybe the tooling just didn't fall through or just didn't materialize, and they decided to keep the tooling for a rainy day. Power Rocket, that is when it was a prototype. See, just one piece or one color for all the plastic there. No tampos, nothing on it. And then there is your Snowmobile, as it's called. That particular casting, which was the Shredder, ended up being used quite a bit for its first few years of production. 31 Doozy, definitely one of the better treasure hunts from 95. I do have that one personally. Cobra, that's a pretty good one, pretty desirable one. Chevy Nomad. I don't remember if that one actually came out to be part of the 95 treasure hunts or not. But Chrome series here, just with your, robot dinosaur thing here that came out just like that. This is the photo finish series, so that still does sport the New York skyline with the Twin Towers. But you see, this is everything about this is completely different than what actually was released to the market. And then there is a prototype of the Bywaymen in Chrome. With limited tampo on it. The race series, we got way more tampo on it than what it shows there. We'll pop this open, take a look on the inside. A little bit more details here. This doesn't show everything from 95, but shows quite a bit. There is your Pearl Driver series. There's the rest of it. Of course, we did see that bug come out just like that. The Talbot did not come out in that deco, especially with that yellow interior. We did not get that. And then, of course, the Purple Passion is also different. There's the rest of the Dark Rider series with the cold mold wheels. All of those are pretty standard quo. We did get all those models coming out. Details down here on the bottom for the Roar and Rods series. So there is your Roll Patrol. That's not the actual Jeep. It's the Roll Patrol. It does have some more prototype wheels. The mini truck looks pretty good. I think we did get that one. I feel like it wasn't a blue interior, though. I think maybe we got black interior on that guy, but I could be wrong. And then there is your Cobra. There is a couple variations, I think, of this print. But this particular one right here being the prototype sample or whatever, that one isn't the one that actually ended up hitting the pegs. Chrome series, just standard stuff here. I feel like this was maybe replaced by something. I don't feel like the Fire Eater came out in the Chrome series, in their Silver series, I'm sorry, part 1, but I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember back in the day. Photo Finish series, these are all prototypes. None of these actually got released. We did not get the bus either, as far as I remember. We did get the Aerostar though, but not as the Washington Capitol, which shows on there. And then of course there's Hollywood for the blimp. The blimp was not Hollywood either, so a lot of changes to that. Racing medals. So we did not get this guy in solid purple or Spectraflame purple, but that one's still pretty cool. That one I really wish we would have got. I really, really, really wish we could have got that one. Look at the blue on that. The blue Spectraflame chrome on that looks so good with the Ultra Hots. It just looks so good. That's such a good model. That would have been so much better than what we got. I mean, it looks so good. We got like a blackish chrome one. I think the bluish chrome one would have been much, much better. And then the Dream Car right there in Pennzoil, that one did not actually come out in that series. So that one was a scratch. Don't remember exactly which one it was, but that one was not released. But that one looks pretty good actually in Pennzoil. But I'm glad that they scratched it because I think the casting just doesn't fit in the mix. And then just some track sits and stuff at the bottom. Nothing fancy. Pretty standard quote, but this is a pretty tough piece to find. Pretty rare. I did get gifted this. This was gifted to me by a good buddy of mine. So I'm pretty happy to have this. I will get this framed up at some point in time. It's only one-sided, as you can see, but this thing is like brand spanking new. So I do my best to try to keep it in as good a shape as possible. All right, let's take a look at that KAMAZ, the 5410. Of course, this is straight from Russia, made in Tatarstan, Russia. This is super, super cool. I found this at I want to say I found this at a thrift store at some point in time. Russian track with semi-trailer ODAZ 9370. More Russian print. There is the supposed item number, I guess. Not a huge fan of the actual print on it. I don't really like that it's Pepsi. I wish it would have been just a blank canvas top one, but there is a picture of the real truck in real life. This is not sealed or nothing like that, so we can take a look at the truck. So we'll pop open one side, and then we'll just let the truck come on out. It is die-cast and metal, so not particularly fragile or anything. A little bit of detail in the back of the box there. It does show your engine power. 220 horsepower, max speed of 80 kilometers an hour. It has a load capacity of 12,000 kilos, which is super, super cool. So there is our KAMAZ here. If I remember, there we go. I was going to say, I knew the trailer came off, just trying to remember. There is your fifth wheel hitch on the back. It does have a die-cast chassis and rubber tires. The rubber tires look pretty good. A spare tire right here is rubber as well. Air cleaner through the top. Prints and stuff look pretty good. There's a KAMAZ there on the front. It's with a 3, not with a Z, by the way. This looks pretty cool, though. I like the details, like the side mirrors on it. A little bit of print for the turn signals. It does have an opening cab. The cab pops up. This one, unfortunately, is broken, so it's kind of hard to see in there. But there's actually a shifter spot on the top there. There's actually supposed to be a shifter on it. But that shifter goes up through the cab, and just from being opened and closed and stuff, it broke the shifter, or the gear shifter, I should say. There is the base D. It's really nothing on the base D. It's just pretty straightforward. See, the cab doesn't exactly fit level either. Not exactly super high quality parts or nothing like that. This is the trailer. Very little metal on this trailer. Very, very little metal. It does have a stand there, though, so you can put the stand there so it stands up. Looks pretty good. No suspension or nothing. There's a spare tire. A little bit of details on the back. The tail lights are just red, just regular red. And yes, it is a canopy model, so the canopy does come off. And then you can just use that as a trailer if you want to. And then the little back part here does pop down. So you can load it up. Looks pretty good. Pretty standard quote, nothing really fancy with it. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of the Pepsi Cola Deco. I'm not really sure where this model came from per se, but it's a pretty cool piece, and I'm super happy to have it because it's very, very rare, at least in my opinion. Maybe something that's a little bit more common in Russia, but not really something that you're going to find here in the U.S. for sure. Just back him right back into the box. There's really nothing fancy as far as the box is concerned. To get those flaps up in there. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Get that closed up. There we go. Get that in the back. All right. Let's see here. So Greenlight used to make a lot of different things. And Greenlight has tried to expand a little bit outside of the diecast realm. They've done some stuff. They've far had their most success with diecast, but these were some paper 3D models that you could print up, or not print up, but build up. They didn't require glue or nothing like that. You just put them together, really nothing fancy, and then there was a pullback motor on the inside of it. That is what it looks like assembled. It looks pretty ugly. Looks super ugly. I've never actually built it. There is your little QR code. It's highly unlikely that that would do anything. You see this all the way back from 2012. But it does have a little bit of a view spot here, so you can see the pieces there. There is the pullback motor. There's the ugly, ugly wheels on it. And then, of course, there's all the pieces back there that you would break open. That is the instructions on how to build it. It's an interesting thing. I only got it because it's a charger. I didn't buy it for any other reason. They did make some other models. It wasn't very many. I think they made maybe 6 different models, maybe 7 different models. But it was pretty limited. The box art and stuff looks cool because, of course, that's the actual car. But the rest of it's kind of bleh. This retailed, I think, for about $10 back then. I think I actually got that from Toys R Us, as a matter of fact, from back in the Diz. All right, something that is blistered up. There's limited information on this. So, Space Master 2002 MD. This is a diecast model. It's made in Hong Kong. This dates from about 1977, 1978. It was originally sold at Target. It was actually distributed through Target. So if you look at the bottom, Target store is a division of Dayton Hudson. Target was branded in 1962, I believe. So they were just getting their footing after being open, about 15 years after this. These are extremely rare. Extremely rare to find these. There's a couple different versions. Red seems to be a little bit more common. This kind of a mint turquoise color is pretty rare. It does have actual firing missiles. Those actually do fire off, and you can actually shoot those little pieces of plastic. But like I said, this thing is super, super rare. I'm not sure where I got this, but I was pretty happy to pick it up. I like sci-fi, and I like stuff from Hong Kong. It's just a better era. It's just a cooler era to collect. But there's nothing on the back. Just completely blank on the back. Card is very, very rough, but it is sealed. It is still in there. And we're going to keep that guy sealed forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. All right. I do have a truck here. This is a Majorette Series 600 transporter. This particular one is a very, very, very rare release with this particular cab. You guys see these crane trucks, these 600 series super movers all the time. They have the white truck in the front, not color white, the manufacturer white truck in the front. It says Enterprise on the side in black. This was a very, very, very rare release to use this particular cab. This cab was only used in this combination once. So very, very rare to find this particular one decoed up. This is a pretty tough piece to find. As a matter of fact, I think I've only ever seen one of these for sale other than this one ever in my life. And I'm sure that they're available. I'm sure that they're here and there. But this particular combination with this particular cab is super, super rare. And of course, you know, it's Majorette and it's the 600 series, and it does all the things that you'd expect the 600 series to do. So it does go up, and of course it does have a few stage booms. Ugh. It is super stiff. Oof. I've actually never even opened this one up entirely. It goes up, and then there is some outriggers here on the side. Just put the outriggers out, and then of course you have full 360 rotation right there. So it does all the stuff a crane's supposed to do. Nice little bit of metal down in here to get a little bit of stability for the base. Now, when they were having some troubles in the 90s, some financial troubles, they started retooling a lot of things. So this went from a 3-stage boom down to a 2-stage boom to save money on manufacturing costs and stuff like that. But it still had the outriggers and stuff. But they also switched away from the 2-piece wheel, which that's probably one of the greatest HO deals ever made, is these 600 series trucks. Just super, super cool. So set that guy to the side. Got another blistered car here. This is Model Power. It's play art. This was originally sold for 69 cents on sale. Again, from Hong Kong. It's branded as model art, but this is actually a play art. This is a Lotus Elite. Not too many models of this particular Lotus rolling around in the world. It was kind of an ugly car. Not kind of. It really was an ugly car. But this one's just super cool. I really like play art. I think they're super, super cool. And to find something like this on a blister card still is just super, super rare. Even though it's modeled as Model Power, it's fine. It's just, rebranding Road Kings. It's really nothing fancy. A couple different languages there. I think the card is actually the coolest part. Some details on the back. You see 5184. Somebody wrote on there, so that's probably accurate. It's probably accurate to when it was probably first purchased. Probably. Details look pretty good. Just more play art models down here. Never ever seen that Volkswagen. That is super cool. I have to keep my eyes out for that because that's a pretty cool piece. I'd like to get one of those someday. That'd be a nice find. All right, I got a loose model here. So this is very interesting. So this is a Mercedes-Benz light truck. This is a 608D. This is made in Brazil, a Brazil toy here. Take a look at the bottom. It is ARPA Super Mini is the manufacturer, is ARPA. It is made in Brazil down there. Has very interesting play features, very interesting details about it. It just has that piece of plastic that generates the steering. And it just gives friction from each side. It doesn't actually steer per se. It just allows for the little hinge here that the wheel's connected to rotate, which is actually kind of cool. And then it kind of self-centers itself again, which I think is a pretty cool detail. True Dualies in the back does have a metal chassis, metal bed, and metal body. It's actually relatively heavy. 1/50th scale, by the way. Rubber tires on this as well. Details look pretty good. There is your branding on the side here. Looks pretty good. 608D does have opening doors. The hinges are very small. Got to be extremely careful with this. This is a very, very fragile model. Looks fantastic in there, though. Seats and steering wheel look good. This model is in excellent shape. It's not mint. It is definitely not mint, but it is in excellent shape. See, it just has that little tiny hinge right there. You do have to be just a little bit gentle with it. Lensed headlights on it look fantastic. There's your Mercedes-Benz logo. And then, of course, it does have this hauling bed in the back, which is all metal. I actually broke the bed. So, let's see here. It's broken here. You can see it snapped off of the hinge spot there, unfortunately. But the sides do fold down. Unfortunately, I broke the side. So, I can't be folding them down anymore. It's got to stay folded up, unfortunately. That's what happens when you have loose stuff. You either want to mess with it or play with it or whatever, and then you tend to break it. And then the door on the other side opens as well. This one's a little bit stiffer to get open. Ugh. Well, that one just doesn't want to open. But it's a pretty cool model. I bought it loose, no box or anything like that, but super unique piece. I couldn't tell you if it's rare or anything, but very, very unique piece. Very, very cool item. All right, one more item here. This is a knockoff Matchbox. This is a fake Matchbox. So that truck you're looking at right there, most likely JRI, maybe a Speed Wheels or something like that. But mid 80s, but it's not a Matchbox. That is a stolen logo. This is a completely ripped off item. This is not Matchbox at all. But they stole the branding off of it, and it's an actual item that was sold. I bought this at the convention a few years ago at the auction because I thought it was just a very cool, unique item, having a fake Matchbox deal. I do like the box, though. I think the box is super cool. I wish that we could still get trucks like that, but I just held on to it because I thought it was a super cool piece. Definitely nothing that I would ever sell or get rid of because I think it's just too cool and too unique to do that. So we'll set that guy to the side. And then, let's see here. I got 2 more items. This one is the Mass Effect Andromeda promo item. This is your Nomad Indy 1. That is diecast, and it has rubber tires, and it's not sealed. I bought this loose, so I will show it to you guys. I think I may have hauled this out at one point in time on a video long time ago, very, very long time ago maybe. But I just think this thing is just ridiculously unique. And like I said, it is 1/64 scale, supposedly. So there is the deets on there. This thing is actually decoed up very, very good. The wheels are super cool. Those are big, huge rubber tires. Details look very, very good on it. It doesn't appear to be like riveted or anything like that. And despite the look of suspension or anything on it, it doesn't move or anything like that. But it looks pretty good. I just think it's cool. I think it's unique. I like sci-fi stuff, so it helps out a little bit too. Prints look pretty good. All the details on it look good. I like it. It's just a very unique piece. But it was just a promo for a video game. 2017, so it's about 7 years ago. So it's not like ancient or vintage or anything. It's not like from the original Mass Effect from way back in the day. But it's still pretty cool. The boxing is a little bit bland. The box is just nothing fancy. It's just a box. But I'm sure when this was brand new, the box actually looked pretty cool. Now that it's I actually pulled this. Actually, you know what? You know where I remember where I got this? I got this at a flea market, and it was in a giant box of stuff that they wanted $1 a piece for. So I got that for $1. $1, and that $1 definitely made me holla. I kind of want that on the screen. I guess we'll move our other sci-fi item, put this sci-fi on there. All right, very last item I have on there is a mini GT because I like to make it a little bit, a little bit wide-ranging of stuff. This is a director's model. This is a director's gift specifically. This one happens to be number 410. I have posted this up on my Instagram. I don't know if I ever really covered it on the channel. I probably did. But this one is in black chrome. All of the director's gifts are in black chrome. These are actually models that are given to either top tier distributors or somebody like that. These are not available to the general market. I actually got this from a good buddy of mine who bought a charity model. These were given away with some charity models. And this was gifted to me. One of the greatest diecast gifts I've ever gotten in my life. It's just a super, super rare piece. I absolutely love it. It says SVJ on the side, is in full black chrome. So always got to make sure I be a little bit gentle with it. But it's a fantastic model. I like all the details on it. We have seen this casting before. It's not an exclusive casting. It's been out several times in some other details for Mini GT, but definitely one of my favorite all-time models. If Jason's ever watching this channel, shout out to you, buddy. Appreciate that for that. So there you go. Just a nice ensemble of some rare, weird, oddball stuff from the collection. Just kind of wanted to put together a smorgasbord for a cool showcase. So drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about this kind of stuff, this kind of direction of a video. If you want some more stuff like this, we'll try to figure it out. So here for you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, appreciate every single one of you that watch my videos. You guys are awesome. LevelMDiecast. Peace!